This thing is a 3-in-1 machine. It can do laser cutting, CNC milling, and 3D printing. But you know how they say, jack of all trades, master of none? You're missing the last part. Certainly better than a master of one. Let's see if that holds up. Let's unbox the Snapmaker A350T and get it rolling. And if you're watching this on the channel and you missed the stream, I'm actually streaming right now. And I'm live here with the YouTube chat. We're gonna be making some stuff. Let's jump into the video. So, for reference, Snapmaker did send this over to us. We did not pay for it. Everything came absolutely free of charge. That includes, Jesus, the laser head, the CNC milling head, the enclosure, which is off of camera because, oh my God, it's huge. This box alone weighs 21 kilograms, and I'm told that it's kind of insane, the packaging that's in here. But yeah, they did send this over to me free of charge. The deal was that we would make a couple of videos for them, one of them being an unboxing video. So I said, F it, let's do it live. So we got the manual. God, is this the quick start guide? This quick start guide is like 85 pages. Fine, whatever. It says take this out first. Okay, all right, we have the linear modules. I'm gonna have to set them on the chair behind me so I can get this box out of here. We have another linear module. Another one. Another one. Another one. My God, another one. Oh, this is not gonna end well. How the hell? We're gonna need a bigger, oh my God, it's still, there's more. Good Lord, there's more in here. Got a roll of filament, tools and accessories. We're almost there. We got cables, adapters and brackets. Don't go falling on me. And then the big work platen. And is this seriously, did they ship me a piece of wood? That's the power supply, right? This thing right here is the power supply. Linear modules. Touchscreen. This, I'm like dead certain is going to be material for the CNC mill. So I'm just gonna put this over here. And we have the build platen, which is back here behind me. So let me grab this quick start guide. Wow. Look at this packaging. This packaging is absolutely nuts, man. Wait, are these the tools that it comes with? No way. Disclaimer and safety. Skips. Laser safety. Don't look at laser with remaining good eye. And for the love of God, get good laser glasses. Don't just trust that what companies send you are going to be sufficient. We're going to test these out, not with my eyeballs, of course, but we're going to test these out and make sure that everything is copacetic. Look at all the tools. These are nicer than some of the tools that I own. No kidding. All right, machine assembly. Let's freaking do it. All right, we got to find the base plate. Oh God. Holy shnikes. It's a big cast plate. Look at the size of this thing. It's huge. It's huge. They really should say you will need a work platform approximately 15 foot square to do this properly. Oh my gosh. All right, I had seen this on Twitter. This is the toolbox, and when you open the toolbox, everything is individually packaged. Even the thumb drive is individually packaged and foam wrapped. Why? I mean, it's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but you said eco-friendly packaging. I don't think you and I agree on what eco-friendly packaging is. Oh, hey, it comes with 2 sets of glasses, a set of regular safety glasses, and whoa, hey, they're actually rated 190 to 540 nanometer. These might actually be decent laser glasses. Oh my God, they're actually decent laser glasses.
The best magicians will never let you see what's up their sleeve, counselor.
Now identify 2 linear modules with the laser pattern lead 20 on them. They will be the y-axis. Lead 20 and lead 20. We need to unbox the linear modules. That would make sense. So far, everything about this has been ultra premium. Like, even this axis here, all of this stuff is sealed. There are no holes. It's all really, really high-end stuff. It blows my mind. And like, yes, okay, $3 grand, shitload of money, right? Not gonna lie about it. It's a metric ton of money. Attach the y-axis to the platform. Do not tighten the screws until step 6. This is not that platform. All right, Snapmaker. I love the instructions, but you're missing some very key points here. Where is all of this stuff? You need to tell the people where the boxes are or label the boxes so they know where to get it. Good Lord, look at the casting on that. That's so pretty. All right, so these basically go here. As a kit building experience so far, highly recommended. Highly, highly, highly recommended. All right, so it doesn't want them to be tight, so I'm gonna loosen them up just a little bit here. The screwdriver does make it quite a bit easier. I will give them credit for that. Oh, no kidding. All right, now we gotta flip it all back over. Oh my God, like, look at this. This thing is no joke. Like, look at, it's gotta weigh 5 or 6 pounds already. And there's just 2 linear motion systems on it. I'm gonna hurt my back all over again. So next we need some brackets. Ha, adapters and brackets. You know, I bet the brackets are in there. Oh, look at that, the brackets are in there. Wow, from the bottom, why? Why Snapmaker? All right, so that's how I would do it. If you are assembling one of these and you gotta do something from the bottom, just kind of slide it off the table. So now we're looking for attach the touchscreen holder to the base plate. Look at that damn touchscreen. Oh, there's a peel. Oh, we're gonna do that later. What are you? It's USB-C! What is this? Whoa! Grommeted? No kidding. This thing is ultra premium. Like just kind of feeling it, touching it. It's ultra premium. All right. So these will be my Z-axes. Let's get these opened. And again, it says to leave these partially loose. So that's what we're gonna do. Again, I don't think it's all that necessary, but clearly they've put some time and effort into this assembly guide. So I should probably listen to it, don't you think? Wow, okay. There's so much resistance and the printer is so heavy. It's heavy enough to just slowly lower itself with the axis. I'm trying to figure out what this feels like, because I don't know what it feels like. Okay, now it says to bring them all the way back down. I just brought them all the way up. And it wants me to bring this axis all the way forward. Oh, I know what you're doing. You're gonna use the top surface as a surface plate. Okay, this one comes out this way. So I thought they were gonna use this top rail as a surface plate. They are not. Both of these things hit very hard end stops. So that's clearly what we're dealing with. So I did one on each side and then we'll be good to go. I like these hangout streams. I don't know if you guys do. I do these more often in our Discord where I just kind of hop on voice channel and hang out. So anyone that does want to hang out, it is the $10 tier or higher on the Patreon. Patreon.com/3D Musketeers. You can come hang out with myself, Tarsman, Amber, Duff, and others. Often we are hanging out. So I'm on the back side here, tightening all of these bolts. Put your hands on the top and move it up to the top. Oh my God. I can literally pick up the entire printer as it falls down. That's kind of crazy. This is so extra. It's a 2-to-1, but it's aluminum. It's all aluminum. I'm not complaining. And I know it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. This is insane. I am honestly just straight up impressed with the build quality of this machine. We get this gorgeous controller. Look at this controller. Everything is covered. Every little piece of this is covered. All right, we're getting this thing screwed in. Okay, it's time to do the screen. Woohoo! All right, internet, here you go. Eat your heart out. Oh, this is USB-C, which is objectively freaking dope. Everything should be USB-C, and if you disagree, fight me. Power module. Holy shnikes. Even the power module. This is what happens when you give design engineers an unlimited budget and say, we don't care what it costs, just do it. 1, 2. Ooh, fancy. Oh, wow, there's like a whole animation on there. Make something wonderful. We're gonna click start. Cool. Well, we got it booted. What else can we do here? Oh, it's got a full color touchscreen. You're kidding me. Oh, all right, let's send it home. Let's see what happens. It feels like a phone. Like this legitimately just feels like a phone. Go home. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Wow, it's pretty quiet. It's quieter than my damn Taz 6 that I've been running. That's pretty responsive. Really cool. All right, we got shit to do. So I think we just got to turn this thing off and keep rolling. So love that. Just love the ability just to huck it on there. It just sticks. It's magnetic. We're gonna turn this thing off. All right, got my box of tool heads. Let's take a look at these. This is the one that I'm worried about, right? The laser module. It's got a, looks like some sort of small camera sensor, an LED, and then the laser itself. There is no lens on this laser. This just gets onto the surface to stop any reflections. So pretty cool. Just kind of plugs in and it looks like there might be a screen on it. We've got the CNC head. Oh my God, this thing is heavy. Wow. And then of course the 3D printing head. So much to everybody's dismay and yet no surprise whatsoever, the 3D printing head is completely proprietary. It's got cooling from one side that I can see. Yeah, only one side cooling, that's odd. Looks like a bed leveling probe right there. These are pretty dope. Pretty dang dope. We're gonna start with 3D printing, of course. So we got the spool holder in place. Now we're gonna do the heat bed. Is this a magnetic flex plate? Yep, it is. Oh, double-sided. So Wexter warned me about this. He said, be careful, your prints are going to weld to this. This is a build tack surface. Yeah, build tack you gotta be careful about because shit will weld to it real quick. It's a nice PCB bed heater. I do like it, so credit where it is due. It's a very, very nice PCB bed heater. It is, one, very, very simple to put together, but two, it is also really, really well made. And if there's one thing that I can say about this kit so far, and again, like, this is my honest to God opinion. Yes, we did get this for free, you know, for the purposes of reviewing. This thing, and I don't normally say this, it's worth it. Like, I haven't seen the performance, but the raw materials alone, so far, the experience has been absolutely stellar. 22 screws on this. I do hope that for the machining, I don't have to take all of these out because that's gonna suck. Each bed screws down. Damn it. All right, so if this is a printer you're going to use long-term, get yourself an electric screwdriver minimum, but preferably like a nut driver with a settable chuck. That way you are able to kind of set the amount of torque. You can just quickly zap this stuff on and off. Okay, the heat bed is off and it's got its own little thing. Everything is marked and labeled on this, so bonus nachos for that. All right, 3D print head. Apparently I should have put the head on earlier. I didn't. This order should not matter. Turn it on, get the flex plate. All right, apparently we got to calibrate the printer. All right, we got PLA, we got black PLA. Could not be a worse color for filming, but whatever. Even their PLA has foam in it. I can't. I freaking can't. Good Lord. Oh, terms and conditions. You know what? Let me read some stuff. Ah, Snapmaker touchscreen app uses collected data. So they do collect data. Personal information collected. Let's read through this, shall we? When you use this device, we automatically collect certain information, including your IP address, device working time, and user preferences. We collect device information for the following: log files, track actions occurring on the device, and collect data including your use time, printer settings, printer models. So they're tracking your models. And anyone that says this is coy is out of their damn mind. There's no reason for a company to be tracking what you're printing. None. This is bullshit as far as I'm concerned. Never trust companies. If you don't connect the printer to the internet, it can't phone home. Don't let it phone home. Snapmaker touchscreen app uses collected data for, it also gives you the date and timestamp, so it knows what you're printing, when you're printing it, and what day. It is to provide and maintain their services, notify you about changes to their services, allow you to participate in interactive features of our services when you choose to do so, to provide customer care and support. Bullshit. To provide analysis or valuable information that we can improve our services. Data mining. That's data mining. To monitor the usage of our services. That is also data mining. To detect, prevent, and address technical issues. Just no. I'm not agreeing to it. Do I have to agree to continue? I do. You can't use this printer without accepting the terms of service on the printer. That's not acceptable. If you are a business and you're buying this printer and you connect it to the internet, know that anything you do on it, if you have a non-disclosure, you've just violated your non-disclosure agreement. Here's my review of it. don't buy this printer if you are a business. This printer, right in the friggin' terms of service, says that it collects everything about what you do. It collects the files, the names of the files, the time and date that you printed everything. It will absolutely violate non-disclosures. I am absolutely going to reach out to them because this to me is unacceptable. And unfortunately, I can't use the machine unless I hit go or agree. Well, it's running Android. This is absolutely an Android tablet. It's an old Android tablet. So this thing is running Android for sure. Calibrate the bed. The 3D printing module will automatically probe to obtain data from specific points. It's gonna start doing its thing. Let's see how well this thing probes. That's moving really fast. This is the Snapmaker doing its probing sequence. It's using an IR sensor of sorts. Okay, that's really cool. Holy crap. All right. Load filament. So it's asking me to set the nozzle temperature. All right, so it's gonna heat up 200°C. So on the side of the printer is where the USB drive goes. So we got the file in. We're gonna look for USB. You can see we got a benchy. It is really interesting to me that it decides to home up rather than down. I guess if you have a large tool on the CNC, it makes sense. Okay, we got the Snapmaker put together. We got the bed on it. We're heating up. We're about to start a print. We're doing a benchy because you just gotta. Let's see what happens. And we're off. Ah, first layer's perfect. Look at that. It's like over a decade of experience actually pays off every now and then. All right, we got the Snapmaker printing, and honestly, outside of the terms of service, which is blatantly unacceptable, the rest of this experience has been pretty good. Everything from the removable magnetic screen to the cables to everything that goes in its own spots and its own homes. I'm pretty impressed with the build process. I am thoroughly disappointed. And if you want to see that entire rant, go watch the live stream. We'll have a timestamp for you in the live stream right here so that you can go find where I started getting pissed off about this. But this kind of data collection is unacceptable. But otherwise, this machine is crazy premium. Is it worth $3,000? I don't know, because this is just the 3D printer. It's still got a laser and a CNC mill and a rotary axis and an enclosure, which I haven't even built yet. We are almost 3 hours into this live stream, and we just got the printer printing. And while the printer's running, we're gonna get the rotary module out of the box to take a look at it. Let me show you guys the benchy here. We did stop the print, but you know, the bow of the benchy looks really, really nice. No curling at all. First layer looks perfect. Holy crap, I can read the back side of it. I can read the 3D benchy on the back side. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. I've never been able to read that. I'm impressed. It does come with a spare hot end, which is really nice to see. So if you guys wanna see the hot end, there you go. There's the hot end. Oh my God, the thermistor's not held in with anything. I was able to pull the thermistor out. The thermistor's just kind of held in there with wire. Why is that not glued in there? That's a problem. All right, you guys know I have to test it. And thanks to the people hanging out over on the live stream right now, I want to give a shout out to Mad Cat USA, Duff, Awstrike, John Stern, Geek, Toybox, Bill, Todd, and all the people there hanging out. Thank you guys for reminding me. We got to test if this thing has thermal runaway. So let's heat up the nozzle. We should know pretty quickly. Confirm. We are heating the nozzle, 200°C. Get your votes in, get your votes in. Does it have thermal runaway protection? Guys, that's not going into thermal runaway. It's been over a minute. Is it hot? Let's find out. Yes, it's hot. It's been almost 2 minutes. At what point is it not acceptable anymore? Let me get the PLA. Let's see if it's hot enough to melt PLA. It's an MK8 nozzle, so I don't care too much. It just turned the fan off. No, it's not getting that hot. Let's try to put it in for a little bit and see what happens. Let's see what temp it actually got to. See, now it's in. Will it try to heat again? See, because thermal runaway should stop the printer and shut it down. It does have filament runout detection. It has a little switch in there. We saw that when we opened it up. Okay, now it's cooling back down. That's really weird. Confirm. So yeah, it just turned a fan on. I'm gonna be a little bit closer than I care to be to this, but I will do it for you all. We're up at 137, 140, 147. All right, if we're gonna remove it, now's the time to do it. I'm gonna use a pair of cutters, but I'm just not gonna use the cutters as pliers here. Okay, We have removed it. The printer is still heating. It is still heating. It is hot enough to melt PLA. Still hot enough to melt PLA. I can smell it smoking. I don't know what to tell you. If it does have it, it's a really weird form of thermal runaway. Now, given that they're running Android, doesn't surprise me too much. Let's see how hot the hot end is. I just put the thermistor back in because it was at 197. But it appears as soon as it loses signal for a little bit, it does turn off the heater. It just doesn't alert you. Snapmaker, I would like to see an update to this. One, your thermistors are not secured into your hot ends. They're just kind of stuck in there. And that doesn't give you a good thermal contact. A little bit of thermal epoxy would even solve this. But two, you're not implementing a traditional thermal runaway. It does appear that when you remove the thermistor from the hot end, it stops heating relatively quickly. But it needs to alert the user that the printer has gone into thermal runaway because there's no way to know this otherwise. And if you tell me it's in the app or it happens over Wi-Fi, I don't care. You should not kneecap a safety feature simply because you want me to give you my data. Now I can put the hot end back on. I can get this off the table and then we can go ahead and get the enclosure set up and running here. Let's have a quick little discussion about the printer before we bring out the enclosure and get that thing running. It is crazy premium. The most premium that I've had for a 3D printer in a long time. Very few corners were cut. I think the terms of service is bullshit and should not be something that I have to agree to use your product. It is wrong to force users into data collection, or they've just wasted $3,000. I don't like that. Let the users choose what they want to do. It's not your decision as a company to do that. I don't know if I like the thermal runaway. It doesn't alert you, and it really should, because the average user doesn't know what's happened. They just know their hot end stopped heating, and that's kind of a problem. So I'd like to see an update there. Otherwise, the thing prints really nice. Like, this bit of a benchy that we did came out really good, but those few glaring issues make it difficult for me immediately to recommend it. The thing is built like a Swiss watch. There's tons of features on it, and it weighs like 30 pounds. The unboxing experience is insane. There's so much packaging. It's not eco-friendly. Just less packaging would be fine, I promise. But I will say the printer was completely unharmed. So there is something to be said about that. The rotary is nice. We didn't hook it up to do any milling yet. That'll be coming in a future video. But let's get into the enclosure, because that thing is big too. This enclosure is absolutely legit. Wow. You know, so far I'm actually pretty pleased. Now that I kind of got the hang of what to look for, I'm kind of getting into a rhythm because there is only a few ways these things can go. But again, like what we were saying before, the anodizing is beautiful. Frame is really beautiful. Again, there's like no expense spared on this. These instructions are really complicated. I'm going to say it, like the printer build, solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. This enclosure build, a 4, if they're lucky. The entire printer build went great. This enclosure build sucks. The instructions are terrible. They're terrible. These instructions are terrible. Everything's been done backwards. And there's no easy way to know. Do you want her to inspect? You can put her up there. I don't know where she's going to go. Do you have any extra treats for her? There's the cat. Say hello to Victoria. Cat, stop showing your butthole on stream. She does not like it. See, even the cat's confused. Every one of these panels has 2 peels. Oh, wait, they need to hear the peel. All right, so I'm supposed to be quiet. I'm literally supposed to straight bolt it? Are you kidding me? I guess they're not kidding. That's how they want it, but where I'm putting it, this doesn't work. So for me, it actually works better this way. I want the exhaust, because the side that's facing me is gonna be the front where I can reach in and do things. The printer is gonna be sideways on the shelf. And there you have it, the Snapmaker A350T. Technically, there's still some work to do, but it involves putting the panels on the sides and the top and all of that. and that's gonna make for bad filming. But if you do wanna watch the entire build, and it is now over 5 hours, it'll be over 5.5 hours by the time we're done, you can click the link in the description or in the card right above me, so you can go check out the entire thing in real time. Remember, if you do wanna take a gander at these live streams, make sure to turn on your notifications so you guys can get aware of these. Well, let's kind of talk about the Snapmaker. There's some good, there's some bad, and there's some rants, and it all kind of goes together. The printer, the frame, the mechanics. Absolutely nothing was spared. Sincerely. There was really no dollar spared. I do see some things that I would change, but I don't think that anything was really spared in building this printer. The experience of building the machine was amazing. The instructions are great. They're easy to follow. Other than a couple of bonehead moves, it was no issue. However, the experience of building the Enclosure has been troublesome, to say the least. I am like 2 hours deep into the Enclosure, and you can see I'm not even anywhere close to being done. I have some gripes about this thing. The fact that you have to remove your bed if you want to switch to CNC. I just want to bolt the CNC bed on top of the printer bed. There's no reason I should have to take out 22 screws, because yeah, it's 22 screws to remove the entire printer heat bed. 22 screws. And again, don't get me wrong, it's built really, really well, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass. I hate the data collection. That is glaring and a massive problem. And if Snapmaker cannot fix this, I will work with teams to try to make it so this thing can be used with open source hardware. And under no circumstances, if you are a business, should you ever put this on your Wi-Fi. Read through those terms and conditions. It states that they basically take everything about the print, including the file name and the file itself they have access to over Wi-Fi. I like that it does run, from what I can tell, some version of Android, which means it is hackable. So those out there that want to mess around, hit me up. And the rotary is nice. You know, for what it is, the rotary is a nice little piece of kit as well. I have obviously not had a chance to test out anything other than the 3D printer, and we stopped the print for the stream because I didn't want to wait over an hour to get a benchy done. But so far, the benchy actually looked really, really good. I was surprised. I think that this thing looks really good for a 3D printer. I'm gonna hold off my estimates on the laser and the CNC mill until I get a little bit more time to play around with it. But let me know what you guys want to see get made down in those comments below, because I got some fun products, including some speakers using tactile transducers. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the videos by Tech Ingredients. I think this is roughly the right size to make one of those speakers with. And that'd be a fun project to do. And we're going to be doing it with a fully 3D printed exciter or tactile transducer by Polymate. And if you guys don't remember, we did a Polymate speaker build. We'll card to that so you guys can see it as well. I really, really liked them. And these speakers that Tech Ingredients found and built are supposed to be even better. But yeah, guys, let me know what you want to see built down in those comments. I think there's a lot of value to this machine. It is about $3,200 or so the way that it stands here, but I do like it. I will say this is not something you should try to do in one sitting on a stream. That's my fault, not yours. I'd really like to know your thoughts on this thing. It is honestly one of the best built machines that I've seen in a long time. And while I don't have an answer for you as to whether it does suck at all three things, I can tell you, it ain't a bad 3D printer. I got to do a full benchy to really test it, but from this little bit of benchy, I'm impressed. And that was using their Lubon software. I will, of course, be trying out my own slicers in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that. Get subscribed if you're not, but stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. And as always, keep making awesome with really badass 3-in-1 machines. Have a good one. We got stickers. Hell yeah. Oh, they're pasties. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video, and a massive thank you goes out to all of our Patreon and YouTube channel member supporters. Remember, if you want to join the elite group of Musketeers, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/3dmusketeers or clicking the join button right below this video. And at the $5 tier and higher, your name is next to me as I'm doing these outros. Right below me will be the entire video on upgrading a Prusa Mini with an E3D Revo Micro. And next to that will be a video that the algorithm thinks you should click. I think you should click them both. I'll see you guys down in those comments and the next one. Don't forget to watch the entire live stream. Take care.